Thanks for checking out Higher Thought Gaming. We're going to get straight into our stratagems, and we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive here, take a look at some of the stratagems themselves, and talk about some of the things that we really don't know yet as well. So when it comes to our daily stratagems, it does look like we will have 6 unless something's changes, but we will be able to get 10 accolades, as you're seeing from the rewards there. All the way to the right, you will see a blue triangle, and that is going to be how many accolades you will get, and that is the currency you're going to spend on the new cosmetics and different things like that. So you'll be able to get at least 60 a day, if that's how it works, if you can only complete each one of these daily ones a day. But on top of that, we don't know how much the cosmetics cost, so there's really no reference point for that. But when it comes to the rewards in general, as you're seeing down here, this is going to be on hard. You're seeing as the discoverable armory data is gold, and then our experience is the same as it would be on absolute. Now, when it comes to the different difficulties, when it comes to the stratagems, there is only going to be a normal mode and a hard mode. And then, as I said, the rewards you're seeing here is going to be, I would assume, on the hard mode. So 6 a day, I don't think that's bad. And now the total stratagems, like the different icons that I counted, was over 15. So we don't know exactly all 15, like the exact language for them, but just going by what we're seeing here with the different icons, I did count over 15 of those. And then also when you're looking at those icons, if it has the little up arrow on it, that should mean it's going to give you a buff. So you're seeing a couple of, like you're seeing one in Obelisk all the way to the right, Inferno all the way to the right with the little up arrow. That should be giving you a buff. And then, like, look at Decapitation. You're noticing the first one and the second one both have a little down arrow, so that one is going to be giving you some type of nerf instead. Now, some of the nerfs right here don't look bad, but when we get to our next screenshot here, they can be pretty significant depending on how hard everything hits in the mode here. But let's look at the stratagems that we can take a look at here. We have Summoner. Every uninterrupted call for reinforcements summons the extremist enemy. That one we knew about from the community update. This one is new. Meat for the slaughter. The number of Minoris enemies spawned is heavily increased, and the number of Majoris enemies spawned is reduced. And then we have Technological Revolution. This is going to be a buff. Ability charge restoration is significantly faster. So no language on that yet, but we'll be able to figure that out when this comes out, just how much faster that is by a percentage. And then next up, so that's going to be a buff. And then we have Point Blank here, another buff, which sounds really, really deadly. Range damage at less than 10 meters is increased by 75%. So anytime you're seeing Point Blank, you're going to take a close range weapon with your class, and you should be able to mow through things with 75% increased damage right there. So that is very nice. Yeah, so overall, I like these right here. I think it is going to switch up the game mode pretty significantly. And then when we're looking at one more here is Exfiltration, and it's going to be, this is the one I was talking about, which is a massive nerf here, suboptimal state. Maximum health is reduced by 75%. So obviously, if you have a class, like if you have the heavy, you're definitely taking your 30% maximum health and things like that. So you will be, having to switch your build up to really accommodate you for some of these different stratagems that you're going to have to deal with here. And then our next one up that this was not in the community update either. These souls are dark. A perfect parry or block deals significant damage to an enemy, but the perfect parry and block window is smaller. So it's kind of a buff and a nerf, but significant damage, usually when that language is used, it's very strong. So it's probably going to outright kill like Majoris enemies or make them very close to execute. And then on top of that, when you're tying something like these souls are dark to intimidating aura on the bulwark, you're going to hit them with intimidating aura, and you're going to also hit them with this right here. So that should be very deadly with that setup right here, depending how much smaller the perfect parry and block window is. And then obviously I would recommend taking a fencing weapon with that, because fencing are pretty generous as it is, so the nerf to it might not be too noticeable there. But overall, what do you guys think of the stratagems that you're seeing? Are you impressed with them? Do you like how there's 6 daily ones? That's not bad, guys. I think 6 is pretty good. It's all going to depend on how many armory datas this is going to end up taking, because like I said, we're going to get 6 right here, each one. And we're not sure if we can do these multiple times in a day and just keep stacking up, which I don't think that's how they're going to do it. But, just being able to switch up through this, every day is going to give us, I think, a game mode worth playing for sure. And then if the cosmetics are what they're saying they're going to be, and there's going to be also a lot of those like timed exclusive drops that came out that are also going to be added in here, there should be a good amount to work through. And yeah, we'll see how many accolades they cost on, you know, September 4th. But I'm pretty excited overall for patch 10. There is so much stuff getting it, you know, really added to the game. So drop in the comments what you're really looking forward to most, what you want to see on the channel. Build wise, what classes are you going to be most interested in? I'm assuming a lot of people are going to be getting into the stratagems, and you know, that's one of the first things that I'm really going to try out while I am testing out some of the newer builds. I do think we're going to have some reworks to some weapons that probably haven't been touched in a while and things like that. So I think we have a lot in store for patch 10 that really hasn't even been announced yet. So I'm very excited for that, guys. But I do appreciate you checking out this video, and I will catch you on the next one.